Well, if you're watching this video, you're probably wondering how to get DoxyPEP without a doctor. So let's go ahead and talk about it. First things first, what is DoxyPEP? DoxyPEP is the antibiotic doxycycline, and you take 200 milligrams of it within 72 hours after unprotected sex, and it dramatically lessens the likelihood of contracting gonorrhea, chlamydia, and syphilis. Gonorrhea less so than chlamydia and syphilis, but it helps with all three. It's really important medication that's been really effective. Now, DoxyPEP is doxycycline. I said that earlier. So, what is doxycycline? Well, doxycycline is an antibiotic that's been around for decades now, really safe, used for a litany of purposes. So, over here, I have DoxyPEP that was prescribed to me for sex. And right here, I have doxycycline that was prescribed to me because I had a mole cut off my face, and the plastic surgeon prescribed this to me so that I wouldn't get acne while that was healing up. That might have caused a scar, he said. And so you can see that doxycycline is used for a litany of things. But again, DoxyPEP is just doxycycline. You just take 200 milligrams of it within 72 hours after sex. So, how do you get this without a doctor? Well, in the United States, you can't. It's going to have to be prescribed by a medical provider, a doctor, a PA, a nurse practitioner, somebody like that, somebody who is licensed to write prescriptions in the United States. So then it comes down to, okay, how do you get this then? Because you can go to your family physician, and that's one option. I don't know that they're going to know what DoxyPEP is. Just telling you the truth about it, it's not something that most physicians deal with on a probably even monthly basis, but that is an option. And if you do get a prescription from your doctor, the great thing is, you have what's probably a $20 copay for most people with insurance. And then doxycycline is practically free at the pharmacy, to be quite honest with you. It's typically like $2 a dose or something like that for doxycycline from like a Walgreens, that sort of thing. So that is an option. The other option is telemedicine. And there you have a litany of choices. For example, if you're a gay man, Mr. offers it along with their PrEP prescription. So if you're a gay male who's not yet on PrEP, then that may be a great choice for you. For everybody else, I think the obvious choice is a company like Shameless Care. And one of the great things about my company at Shameless Care is the entire process takes about 5 minutes or so. You order, you fill out a medical intake form, and then a doctor looks at that form. It's called an asynchronous telemedicine visit. A doctor looks at your medical information sometime over the next few hours and prescribes that medication. If you're in a pinch, so let's say you've already been exposed and you're having a lot of anxiety, and that's why you're after DoxyPEP, then we can send a single emergency dose to your local pharmacy, and then we will send you a year's supply to your mail after that. We do not do just the single dose, and here's why. Look, I remember being younger, and I remember having a lot of anxiety about sex. And for me, it wasn't about STIs, it was about pregnancy, being a heterosexual male, like in high school, for example, and would have sex because I just frankly was having a hard time controlling myself. And then, it's shameful to say, but praying that she not be pregnant, and making promises to myself, like if we can just get through this one situation, we'll never ever do that again. It sounds ridiculous, I know, but that's where I was, and it might be where you are as well. And I've just since learned that you shouldn't allow people to go from one emergency to the next. So if somebody needs DoxyPEP now, they may need it in the future, maybe not, but probably will. And so it's just a really good idea for people to have it on hand. So those are your options for DoxyPEP. You're going to have to get it from a physician, nurse practitioner, PA, somebody like that if you live in the United States. And you can go to your family physician. That's always a good choice. I totally recommend it if you have a doctor that you think is going to do that. Or you can use a telemedicine company. And if you're wanting to get on PrEP anyway, then Mister's a great choice. From what I understand, Mister will not do a DoxyPEP prescription on its own. They're going to want you to be on PrEP as well. So if you're already on PrEP or you're not interested in PrEP, then I think Shameless Care is a great choice. If you have any questions about DoxyPEP, let me know in the comments. Thank you.